So I just got done with round 6 of the overalls, and I'm going to show you how I make the leg holes. So I just slip stitched and chained one, and now we're going to single crochet in the next 11. And then we're gonna leave the rest of these unworked, and we're going to slip stitch into the first stitch you made, chain one, and then we're gonna half double crochet in each of those 11 stitches. Oops. 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we're gonna just slip stitch back into that first chain, and then we're gonna cut off. Oops. And then that's our first leg hole. And then we're just gonna slip stitch and then single crochet 11 like the other side. Excuse me. Six, 7, 8, 9. And again, we're just gonna slip stitch into that first stitch we just made to chain one, not single crochet. And then we're gonna half double crochet again the 11. And this will make it so you have that short look. And when I fasten off this leg here, I like to leave a longer tail those scissors are terrible. I like to leave a longer tail on either side so that we can fill in this hole, but that is the bottom of your overalls. Now we're going to be working on the top part of your bib, and you're going to want to start with 2 stitch markers on the side. This is kind of tricky because these really aren't stitches, because this is where we started the top of our bloomers. So you kind of have to just put in 10 single crochets. You just want to make sure that it's centered, so your bib top is centered instead of like being off. So you kind of have to eyeball it, but I like to just find the center of the sides, kind of where that fold is, and then kind of slip stitch in that same stitch. Like I said before, you're just trying to get to 10 single crochets. So, and like I said, it can be kind of tricky because these aren't really stitches. So you kind of have to maneuver in there. So that is 10. And again, if you want, you can just look and see, make sure it is even. If not, you can take it out and start one more over, just as long as it is centered. So that is our first round, and we do not chain. This is just a personal preference for me. I just feel like it kind of leaves the edges kind of bumpy. So that's what I do. If you want, you can chain it. I just turn, okay? So we're gonna single crochet 2 together to start. And then we're gonna single crochet 6 across. And this is just creating kind of like that triangle. I just lost count. Whoops. 4, 5, 6, and then again we're gonna single crochet 2 together. Okay, again, I don't single crochet, chain 1. Man, I keep doing that. So this round we are gonna single crochet across, and we're just slowly creating that overall look. And if you see that it's kind of off, you can start it over again. And like I said, you can kind of shift these over. You kind of just have to eyeball it. Okay, so round 4, we're gonna single crochet 2 together, and then single crochet 4, and then single crochet 2 together again. Whoops. Okay. Now, this is our bib front. Now we're gonna chain 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And this is the strap for our overalls. Okay, so we're gonna flip over. So this is the back, and we are going to slip stitch into, I like to just be centered in the leg hole up at the top. Okay, and then just slip stitch into, well, I'm trying to look at the camera and here, and I like to leave a longer tail, and then when we are done, I like to kind of, I'll show you at the end. We're gonna do this other side first. Okay, so we have our first strap, and now we're gonna go to the left side. And the left side can be a little tricky because obviously we don't have an ending or a start to go off of. So we're just gonna go into this corner right here, as far as you can to the corner, just so it matches that. It's kind of like you have to make your own stitch here. And then we're gonna slip stitch in and then chain 9. And again, come over, find that center, and you're gonna slip stitch in. And then leave a longer tail, and I will show you what I do when I'm weaving in these tails. I take my darning needle, and since these are just my needle, it's a little crooked. Oh, it's hard to work with when it's all sideways. Anyways, what I like to do is, since these are just chains, I like to come in and kind of secure these a little bit more by kind of weaving in a little bit. This is just a preference because, again, these are kind of just chains, and so just to get them a little bit more secure before you weave them in, I just like to kind of go through again. So that is your bib. This is what it will look like. Super cute, and I hope that helped.